Hello, it's a pleasure to have you here.
Great to be here.
For me, like a commissioner of the LFA, it's a really pleasure to have you here in Mexico and to know a real legend of the professional football in the United States.
Thank you.
Then, well, I want to talk to you a little about our league.
Mm-hmm.
We have the LFA, it's a newborn league.
Mm-hmm.
This is just our 5th year, and we always want to have that kind of personalities in our seasons, in our regular or before the season.
Yes.
Because you know your story, your life history, it's quite the same like we saw us.
No doubt.
I mean, you've been at college and the University of Miami.
Yes.
And we, after that, you've been on drafted by the
Baltimore
Ravens,
yeah.
and you are 8 times Pro Bowl team. You have a Super Bowl winning team.
Yeah, right
Yes, you have your ring.
Yeah.
Then for us, it's always an example. That kind of life, it's an example. The league, it's always working to be better.
Yes.
We know that it's not easy to make that. Then I want to ask you, what do you think about your career? I mean, what can you recommend to the LFA for to be a better league, thinking in your life, in your career?
Well, I would say first off, thank you for having me. To the LFA, you know, they got to understand that it's a brotherhood. You know, with all the players. You know, in between the lines is war. You know, but off the field, you know, it's a true brotherhood. I realized that we're getting inducted into the Hall of Fame and talking to the older guys. You know, in between the lines, it's a brutal game. You want to win, but you also want to play the game clean. You don't want to play the game, you know, trying to hurt people. Though it's a violent game, people get hurt, injuries are going to happen, but you don't want to go out there with that mentality. You know, I always say this to my kids and to NFL players who play this game now. It's a smart man's game. So understand your job first. What's your job on the football field to the team? Because that's the most important part, is that you're part of a team. It's not an individual sport. You know, it's not like
tennis.
Yeah, I mean, even naming those sports, tennis and golf, they have caddies, they have a coach.
Yes.
You know, on the tennis court, your coach is not there, but they know signals and all that stuff. You know, so it's good to have somebody there with you, encouraging you, helping you, growing with you, going through those ups and downs, those peaks and valleys that you're going to go through in the LFA season. You know, so playing together. You're stronger together than you are as an individual, you know, and that's what you're going to see in the teams that win this championship.
That's good. Yes, it's good for us to know that, and you know, in Mexico we have decades of football, American football, but just in college level. Professional level, it's just for us a new sport, a new spectacle of entertainment.
It's awesome to know. I didn't know it. I didn't know you had the league here, man. It's awesome. This is my first time to Mexico, but you know, and now knowing that you have a football league, man. My friend Miguel Toronto, who I'm over here visiting, you know, I'm planning to come back. You know, I want to come back and see some games. I want to see this season go.
Of course, we're very proud to have you here for the season, for the bowl. Always you're going to be welcome on the LFA in Mexico City or any of our teams.
I can't wait to come see it.
That's good for us.
Yeah.
Then, as I told you, we have for decades college football here.
Yes.
But that's what you told me, that that way of think about the football in professional, it's different than like in college.
Not too much. You know, football, as I say, from a little kid to when you get older, football is the same sport.
Yes.
Football don't change. It just speeds up. You get more information, college to NFL. College, you know, you're kind of still becoming yourself, becoming a man. College is where a woman and, should I say, a girl and a boy start to mature and become men. You know, so from a football standpoint, you're training, you're understanding, working together taking care of your body. You have to take care of your body. You know, every person in life, this is their company. Your body is your company. If you take care of it, takes care of you. And that's the same thing for football and training. If you're training properly, eating properly, working out properly, you know, it'll take care of you. You know, and you'll see the benefits from that on the football field, you know, or anything else you're doing in life. If you're injured or hurt, you can't go to work, you can't play in the game, you can't help your team.
That's the same.
So it's no different. You can't look at it any different, really.
Well, it's nice to hear you from a professional, for a real professional in the NFL. For us, it's, as I told you, really, we feel very proud to have you here. And you know, too, that you have NFL has 27 million fans in Mexico.
Yeah, wow.
Mexico City is the second city with the most NFL fans. Just LA,
That's
it's
amazing.
Bigger than Mexico City.
Oh, and it's only growing. That's totally only growing. That's awesome, man.
Have you ever heard about it?
I never heard about it.
27 million.
That's
and all those people always like to have those heroes.
Yes.
Real
yes,
heroes.
The one guy.
Real heroes.
Yeah,
yes.
man.
And that's the reason that we felt good to have you here to send a message. Maybe I asked you to send a message to our players, not just the LFA players.
Yeah.
I mean the
College
players,
too,
the
yes.
kids that are playing football.
Anytime I would come back and talk to them. Come back and look at how they're training. You know, I can bring other players with me as well. You know,
good.
that's the easy part. You know, truly just being a part of the game. We want to grow the game as well in the NFL. You know, but we want to grow it the right way. We want you to be playing the game the right way. You know, some of the stuff you see in American football is not good. You know, everything you see on TV is not the way to represent the game. You know, there's a smart, clean, business, professional way to play the game. You know, when I talk to kids in college, I talk to them about being professionals, understanding that this is a tool that everybody has. It's media.
That's
so
right.
when you're out in the street, you got to represent the LFA. You got to represent your team that way, that you as a commissioner want to represent from top down. You expect that when they're in the public's eye.
That's right.
You know, you're not going to be able to please everybody. You can't take all the pictures. You can't sign the autographs for the world. And the world has to understand that. It's tough. Fans don't understand that.
Yes.
Fans love you. They want to take a picture. And that's not always the case because you're human too. You know, but at the same time, it's how you handle it. It's how you handle, you know, being on that in that position.
That's
you know, when being put on that pedestal, so to say, you know, as an elite athlete, you know.
That's
but
right.
ultimately, you're representing the name on your back, your family, yourself, in the league.
That's really good. I love that idea. And finally, I have to tell you that last year we signed a deal, an agreement with the CFL.
Yeah.
And last season we have 18 Mexican players playing in the 2019 season in the 9 teams of the
awesome.
CFL.
That's
and
awesome.
that's an example of that. We are
Truly
working hard.
Yeah, growing.
Working hard. We are, you know, always all those kids that actually are playing football.
Yeah.
They always dream to play in the NFL.
And that's going to happen.
But we know that maybe sometimes it's too high the level.
Never.
But in the CFL,
Not too high to reach for.
we found that we have good athletes. They are good preparing. They are good football, and Mexico has a good football. Then actually, and you're gonna meet some of them. Those players.
Right on.
We have 18 players that played last season, and on this season we're gonna have another 18 players. They're gonna play in the CFL for the 2020 season.
Man, look, players, tell your LFA players, reach for the stars.
Yes.
Don't settle just for the CFL. You know, reach for the stars. If NFL is it, train and work hard for it.
Oh,
It'll happen. I mean, that's my story. You know, I didn't know coming from Louisiana, especially from the hard living that I grew up around, that I would make it to the NFL. All you can ask for as a man or a woman in life is an opportunity. That's all you want. As a player, all you want is an opportunity to showcase your talent. Somebody a coach will see that and think that you would fit their program or their scheme, and that's how you get drafted. You know,
It's an amazing idea.
Truly.
That could be a good advice for all those kids, for all our players.
definitely.
Because the opportunities, maybe it's not for all.
It's not everybody who plays college football, high school football in America is not going to make it to the NFL. I do football camps. I've been doing football camp in my high school for 20 years, and the first thing I tell my kids is that it's 300 plus kids at this camp. Every kid in there is not going to the NFL, but there's a doctor, there's a lawyer, there's a commissioner, there's somebody there to do something else. So we're not just talking about football.
That's right.
You know, it's about life.
In football,
You know,
it's
it's the same thing. And all you can ask for is an opportunity. And if you get that opportunity, I'm sure if one person get that opportunity, everybody's going to be happy for that guy. You know, that's how it was when I grew up. You know, one of us make it, we all make it. You know, so and that's the start of that. You know, and to get there, you got to have good coaching too in your LFA.
right.
You know.
we are working.
We're
on
not.
it.
Yeah, we
are
can't just
working
talk about the players. Yeah,
Yes.
you gotta have good coaching. Your coaching need training. Your coaches gotta know what they're teaching.
coachings, referees.
Yeah, all of it.
both
Yeah, it has to start somewhere. You know, and you have access to guys like myself now. You know,
that's
for me
right.
sitting here, you can always call on me to come here and talk
Thank
to
you
your
very much.
coaches or talk to your players. And like I said, it's a phone call away to get other guys to come and do the same thing.
Thanks so
You know, to come and demonstrate drills. You know, because the person a coach is like a mentor.
Yes, always.
You know, a
understand
coach is
that.
like a mentor. It's really a partnership in football. Your coaches and your players. It's a partnership because both want to be successful at what they're doing. But a coach is only going to look as good as his players do. If the players look bad, that coach is going to look terrible.
Yes.
You know, and
Yes,
everybody's going to talk about it.
it's
Maybe
like-
we need to
it's
change
like a
coaches.
mirror. It's
Yeah,
like a mirror.
true stuff.
That's good. Well, Ed, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
It's a pleasure to have you here, and I hope you back in Mexico and maybe
Yes.
sometime with all.
No
with all-
doubt I'll be back, Commissioner.
Thank you so much.
Hey, great to talk with you.
Well, say something to the camera and say something for all our people it's watching you right now.
First
Final
of all,
thoughts.
blessings to Mexico. Thank y'all for having me. The hospitality is awesome. To the LFA League, man, congrats to you guys just for starting this, man, to building it because it's going to grow. You know, you guys are going to be the pavers that lay the groundwork for the league, you know, for the future. You'll be coaches, you'll be commissioners, you know, so just really hold on to that, man, and work hard. Hard work pays off.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.